Here's how my client already has her first podcast season fully mapped out in just 1 hour. Imagine getting clear on your ideal listener, the goals for your show, a plan for your season, as well as all of the guests that you're going to have on that season in just 1 hour. This was the reality for my client last week when we planned out her entire podcast season in just 1 hour. Before I go on, I just want to say that this client is so passionate about what she does, and she was adamant to share that knowledge with other people. My client S works in the healthcare industry, and she came to me with a podcast idea that meant a lot to her. Due to her busy life and her busy schedule, she just had no time to do everything that was needed to actually get her podcast up and running. Between assignments, client work, being a mother, there was just no time. And she knew that she needed to outsource this task, so the idea is no longer living rent-free in her brain and she can actually get it off the ground. So when I told this lady about my podcast launch package, she knew it was perfect for her. So here's what we did. We jumped on a 1 hour call and we planned out her ideal listener, her niche, her goals for her podcast, how she was going to achieve them. We mapped out a plan for her season. We mapped out all of the episodes as well as all of the guests that she's going to have on. Yes, all of this in just 1 hour. By doing this, we now had a clear plan of action and she could see week on week what was happening to get her podcast out there. We could now start the process of designing cover art, working on guest outreach, and actually get recording ASAP. She also knew what equipment to get so that her podcast sounded professional from the very beginning. She now knew that it was achievable, despite her busy schedule, to have a really amazing podcast. And my client was so excited because she knew that by working with a podcast manager, she was setting her podcast up for success from the very beginning. And this is the message she sent me just after our call. So if you're ready to finally take that podcast idea from your brain to the real world, DM me the word launch and let's have a chat.